Hello and welcome back to another installment of PokeFodder, where today I do want to go over the newest Ultra Beast, and that is Kartana. But first, if you'll remember from yesterday's video, I mentioned that there were some bugs pertaining to the albinos figures. Some of them were all white, they had no color, and then apparently you could set black Kyurem and I guess white Kyurem, I'm not positive, but definitely black Kyurem without doing the fusion, the DNA splicer, into your 6 figures. Well, it seems that there's going to be a maintenance later on today to take care of that. And it's kind of lengthy too. It's actually a 3-hour maintenance. So you won't be able to play during that maintenance. And maintenance for 6.0 actually took a little bit longer than expected. So they did a lot behind the scenes of Pokemon Duel when they released 6.0. Now, what I want to do is I want to dive in a little more detail as to the newest Ultra Beast, Kartana. And what I'm going to do, just for your guys' knowledge, the way the rest of this week is going to look as far as uploads is I need to play my tournament match against Rico. Very excited about that. I think that's going to get done today, which is Tuesday, sometime in the evening, but now with the maintenance, I don't know. But most likely I'm not going to have time to commentate over it, so what I'll probably do is pre-record my intro and then just play the game straight through. Because I'm going to be on vacation, I'm going to be with family, I'm absolutely not going to have any time that I can break away from everything going on to record a video and things of that nature, and edit videos and things of that nature. So, with all that being said, look for that sometime later this week. And then what I'm going to do is the rest of Tuesday, I'm going to do Pokemon Spotlight videos for the newer figures, and then I will actually pre-upload those and then push them through each day of the week. So you really should get the full 5 videos this week for PokeFodder, so you guys can be up to date and up to speed on the latest and greatest, with the exception of if there's like a Queen's Cup or a Gym Cup or a team event or something this weekend, then I'm out. Like if something launches on Friday, then I'm not going to, I won't have any coverage of that until Monday. But anyways, now that we've talked about all that, let's talk about Kartana. Kartana is the first and only runner for the Ultra Beast deck. Now mine is level 7, obviously, you can see that, but at its base form at level 1, what you're going to have is 12 Miss. And then also, I believe Ultra Blade is 61. Yes, I have a chain level on it, but with the 10 packs, whenever you get one of the new figures, you actually get a chain level built into it. So that is where that chain level came from. I actually did not pull multiple of these, and I have not dumped any cubes into this figure either. So that's how my figure is where it is. It is a grass steel type with the ability of Paper Sword. In this Pokemon's first battle after moving to the field, it can attack Pokemon that are 2 steps away. When it does, this Pokemon's attacks have range 2. Now, I don't know anywhere where it's actually defined what range 2 is. I think it's Glade or Gallade has range 2 as well, and I don't know that it was ever defined there. But basically what that is that you can attack and be 1 space away. Like, you don't have to be adjacent to a figure. And the good thing about that is you don't get knocked out, you don't get poisoned, you don't get paralyzed, you don't get frozen, you don't get burned. None of those things happen. So it's a free attack where all you can do is win, you can't lose. And then I guess they named it range 2, and that may come into play later in time. I don't know. If it knocks out a Pokemon with a cracked marker on it, that Pokemon, excluding Fire-type Pokemon, moves to Ultra Space outside the field. Now, I mentioned this yesterday in my video of just the brief overview of 6.0, but really the only reliable, if you're thinking about using an Ultra Beast, say Buzzwole, because Buzzwole has and in fact the deck that I'm running, I actually have Buzzwole in it, but the only way to put in a cracked marker is to roll the 28 wheel slice of blue, and your opponent has to roll damage of 130 or more. That's just not really going to ever happen. And as soon as I say that, I'm sure that it'll happen to somebody, but that's a win condition. But I think you're better off beating something with Magikarp, rolling its 10 move into someone else's miss. Like that's how seldom I think that's going to happen. Where I actually feel like this could be beneficial is if you're going to use Kartana in a tropical deck and you're going to run it with Scissor. Now, Scissor has a lot more opportunities to put cracked markers on opponents, because if it rolls its white move and the opponent rolls an attack of 130 or more, and for the Mega version, I believe it's 120 or more, then that will attach a cracked marker. So that actually makes more sense if you're going to use the cracked marker deck. If you're going to try to synergize that way, I think that is going to be a lot more likely, and your cases in which that is going to happen are going to be likely more so than using it in the Ultra Beast deck for that purpose. On my figure, and the only thing I've changed is Ultra Blade. You've got 32 wheel slice of Vacuum Wave split up over 2 parts. You've got the 12 Mist, which I have shrunk down to 6. And then you've got 52 wheel slice of Ultra Blade, which hits for 61 base. If there are any Pokemon in Ultra Space, this damage is multiplied by the number of those Pokemon. And I will say, I was going up against a deck yesterday where there were so many figures in Ultra Space that I believe my Kartana hit for 310. So damage is very possible, and that's by far the strongest runner. Pancham kind of be the only one that would have the possibility of getting up that high. Greninja could possibly get up that high as well, but for the most part, this is going to be your hardest hitting runner, and with the ability to attack from not having to be adjacent is really nice, and it adds in the gold that the Ultra Beast deck was missing, along with being the runner. So what I'm going to do is I am going to jump onto Discord. I will play a match, but I'm going to jump onto Discord because there's a match that I want to show from Mr. N in the N Guild, where, let's see, we will jump in here. Okay, so I want to show you this match, and I will get it set up and I will stop it before it actually gets going. But we'll go over and look at what we've got going on here. So we stop this, and as you can see, Mr. N has the Kartana. His is sea level 6 and level 5. All right. He's running, you know, a pretty standard Ultra Beast deck. He's got 2 Fumrosas, 1 Nihilego, and he's got the Coco with the Celesteela, running Double Chance, Long Throw, Max Revive, Gold Block, and Metal Sphere. Now check this out. His opponent is running Coco, Celesteela, 2 Curums, a Suicune, and an Ampharos with a Mega Evolution, but this actually gets even worse because there's a Recycle and 2 Ampharos plates. So he's basically going to have 8 Max Revives because it's 2 per Mega Ampharos Evolution. That is super annoying. But let's check this out. So having the runner, he could have opened with Coco. They're just going to kind of set up here for just a second. And I promise you that Kartana actually gets into this match in a minute. And it will take just a minute for Kartana to do anything. He's going to come out, no double chance here, just going to straight attack. With the 40, he doesn't have to worry about losing to the 69, but still kind of risky. I think if you roll miss, it's GG right there. A couple Kyrums come out, and there are no Kyurem White or Kyurem Black. There's no DNA splicers on this. And Mr. N is going to go and attack, and I assume he's trying to just flat out remove one of the Kyurems right off the bat. Kyurem rolls fly, and it's actually going to hold. So now a fly here, and it's game over. But attacking into Coco is always tough. Like, how many times do you attack into Coco needing anything but them to roll blue to win, and they roll blue? So he gets the easiest round there. It's unfortunate he didn't have a chance to set up his Mighty Sphere plate to get the pull him into his PC. Nihilego is going to come up with the clutch gold roll there into the Sheer Cold. And he's going to go threaten up against Mega Ampharos, who here's the first of 4 Mega Ampharos plates in this game. And this is going to be kind of a lengthy game. I'm not going to try to keep up with everything that's going on. Call Signal is pretty much a wasted move there because there is nothing in Ultra Space. And here comes Kartana, is going to make its first appearance. Rendezvous. So now, let's see if we can stop this. I thought that was a pretty interesting decision to pull his Kyurem out of the PC instead of bringing his figure back from Ultra Space. Now, yes, he is going to be able to do this again. Oh, no, yeah. I mean, he's going to be able to pull him back at some point. But I would have thought that for the time being, you would have wanted to bring your figure back. Especially because with figures... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he did bring it back from Ultra Space. What was I thinking? Okay, so that makes sense. So never mind what I was saying. But if we look at Kartana, and it doesn't say where Kartana should be doing extra damage. Oh no, because it is ×1. So just forget all that. Let's continue. So Nihilego, I mean, Formosa is going to head up to the corner. And here comes the opponent's Celesteela with the ice. Doesn't matter. Rendezvous. So now let me stop this. Sweet. So now, by my calculations, there are 3 figures in Ultra Space. There's 2 Celesteelas. There's a Formosa, which means that 67 times 3 is going to be what Kartana's attack damage is here. So he's going to go and he's going to attack with no risk. So there's no risk of getting ice. There's no risk of fly happening there. Coco, unfortunately, is going to attack into, and 201 damage is what's going to happen here. Another 201 damage. Unfortunately, that gets him frozen. And because Kyurem is on the board, he's not allowed to tag his Kartana, and there goes Kartana. He gets eliminated from the match. I'm just going to go ahead and stop this here because the figure that I'm highlighting is no longer in the game. It was actually a really good match. If you guys want to go back and copy the game ID, I won't spoil it for you. But the way it ends is pretty cool. If I can get this to stop. It was a pretty exciting match. I'm not going to lie. It was a lot of back and forth. So we will end that there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just play a league match of my own. I just, sometimes whenever I'm doing these spotlight videos, I put a figure in a deck and it does nothing because like the game just doesn't go in that direction that leads it to having any kind of an impact or show off any of its abilities. And I knew that that particular game right there showed off A, that it was runner, B, that it can attack from a space away, and C, it showed the damage buffs and how valuable those could be. So that's why I wanted to show that, and then obviously I cut it short. Like I said before, go check out the video, it's really good. And now I'm going to play my own, and just in case my Kartana does nothing, and here we go, we're going to go up against Twin Dragons, and Kyurem, Koko, Ampharos. I didn't see if there was a Mega Evolution on that, and then we have Zoroark. Definitely going to have our work cut out for us. Luckily, I feel like, let's see, does he have the Mega Ampharos? So he does have the Mega Ampharos. So we're going to have to put players into, oh, it's his turn first. We're going to have to put his players into Ultra Space a couple of times. Unless I can get Ampharos into Ultra Space, and then that'd be great. So he's going to open up with Koko. That's cool. I'm actually going to drop my Buzzwole. Buzzwole is pretty much going to do significant damage to Koko. Let's see what he wants to do. Probably bring Kyurem out, would be my guess. That's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to long throw Celesteela out here. I can try to take out Koko. I can go after Kyurem. I have a couple different options. Now I do have to keep in mind that he is most likely going to swap out to Zoroark. I would like to get... So I would like to be able to attack Zoroark from a distance, quite honestly. We will bring out our Koko. And in case you are wondering, Zoroark does get to swap out. So if I attack with my Kartana from a distance, Zoroark is going to be able to swap out even though you're not adjacent to it. So just so that you guys know that, I actually tried that just to see if it would work, and he does still get to swap out. So now what are we going to do here? I've got my Nihilego in front of Reshiram because even if I get banished, it used to be that I would just go to Ultra Space. I actually didn't get banished. I don't know if that's still the case. I don't know if that was a glitch or not, but we may find out right here. That's going to work out really nicely. Now, does my opponent have... Oh, he does have Overdrive, so he's going to be able to get out of that. I'm going to slide up here. And the way that you attack from a distance is, if you noticed, my my little gold circle stayed up on my Kartana, then you just attack the figure that you wanted to attack. What do I want to do? I'm thinking, since I have Max Revive, I'm thinking that with Celesteela, I want to double chance into Tapu Koko on my next turn. That doesn't really bother me. We are going to double chance. He's going to switch out to Zoroark. I have no doubt in my mind. I could have double chanced into Kyurem and tried to go for the Flame Gun to knock out... Oh, he didn't switch. I guess because he wanted the opportunity for the gold. But that's no good here. So now there's two figures. So I'm doing 124 damage. And then... Let's see what happens here. That's actually alright. I'm not overly concerned about that. I think because he does have Fly, he does have the 150. I think I'm just going to attack here. Again, he'll probably switch out with Zoroark. Perfect. Now, is Zoroark, is it on the next turn or the next attack? On the opponent's next battle. So that's unfortunate because I'm going to have to get something over there to attack. What do I have? Oh, I don't want all of that miss. What am I going to do here? I need... Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to double chance Nihilego. And we're looking for call signals so that we can bring back. No, I'm not going to do that. Although, oh my gosh. That was like the worst case scenario of all times right there. What I wanted to do was bring my Celesteela back and drop my Celesteela right here. Unfortunately now he's going to double chance into my Kartana. And there's nothing that I can do about it. Maybe I should have just left him poisoned. Because then that would have been weight 6, right? Oh. Okay. Well, let's do this then. I'm actually going to go here. And we're going to try this again. That works. And I'm actually, I have to still protect my Kartana. But now he's going to have to do something with his Zekrom. He could try to attack into Buzzwole, but I'm getting a pretty substantial buff there. I don't know that I could land my Ice Punch, but even then I'm not going to get banished because I will leave a status effect. He can't get up over my 115 with the damage buff. So he should be... And see, even then, that didn't get high enough to... So it still wasn't the 120. Even though he rolled 120, and I rolled the blue, but he has to be over 130. That was kind of silly for him to attack here, because a blue gets him surrounded. Now that both Reshiram and Zekrom are off the board, I'm going to, for lack of a better term, suicide my Kartana. I'm really surprised my opponent didn't go after him, because all of his white is a miss. That's prime. And he has double chances, so pretty big misplay on my opponent's part there. He's going to bring out his Coco back from Ultra Space, I imagine. Don't know that for sure, but... Okay. So what I'm going to do is, like I mentioned before, I'm actually going to just... Not, actually. I changed my mind because... I can potentially attack or be attacked. Okay. So I think he's trying to... I think he's trying to overuse Zoroark. That's what I think. I think he's trying not to attack because he doesn't want to be able to not switch out into Zoroark. And I think that's actually not a good strategy here. But I'm going to attack because I do need to get my Kartana off the board with all that miss. And there is an outside chance that I could actually land something useful. So now he's going to be rolling Outrage quite a bit. And that I'm going to say that that actually benefits me as well. My opponent is making very slow plays, and so I should just start turtling up here and not worry about it. Call signal into Ice Beam. I don't have anything out in Ultra Space. And I'm surprised if he brought Reshiram out at the beginning. I'm kind of surprised that he brought Coco back just now. Let's see. Oh, he does have Max Revive, I guess. But at this point, like, there's no reason for me to be at all aggressive. I can kind of just sit back. Rico, if you're watching, don't fear Zoroark. And the one thing that I do notice, and this isn't a video about Zoroark, so I'm not going to get into it really in depth, but I feel like the players that are really good with Zoroark know how to use Zoroark, and the players that aren't as skilled, and I'm not degrading BBC here, but he's not a very skilled Zoroark user. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes they try too hard to set up the Zoroark, and then they never attack because they always want the option of swapping out. And I don't think that's necessarily the best way to go about using Zoroark. I think it's a decent figure. I don't think it's the greatest figure by any stretch of the imagination, but if you're misplaying him, I think he's pretty bad. And at this point, I'm just going to poison his entire team. So we're going to pull out the victory there. Kartana didn't really do much, which is what I was afraid of, and that's why I showed you the video before, like I said. But a victory is a victory, even if your opponent plays slow. And we are going to pick up a white time booster for our efforts. Anyways, that is going to do it. Actually, hold on. I had my special mission today, and I got the rare metal uncommon. I wish they would do something about that. That doesn't need to be on the special mission wheels. I have no problem with anything else on the special missions wheel. The booster ticket's good. The 70 gems is great. The 30 gems is good. The 4 ingots is actually good. But the rare metal uncommon is kind of like, gee, thanks. But overall, I'm really liking 6.0. Once they make these other bug fixes, I think it's going to be great. The user interface is a lot faster, back to where it was before. Definitely a fan of that. And let me know what you guys think. What do you think of Kartana? Is it useful in an Ultra Beast deck? Does it have more value in, say, a tropical deck? Let me know what you think. I'm interested. That's going to do it for today's video. So until next time.